Welcome to episode 129 of But I Know the DJ, the original New England podcast, guys. All things DJing, music, nightlife, business, and pop culture. To the unfiltered opinions of host Snax.
Give me snacks, baby.
And Cammy V.
Let's go, baby. We
Shout
back.
out everybody. We are live on YouTube and Instagram. So shout out anybody that's tuned in right now. Comments. We want to make sure you guys are involved. And this is a doozy. This is a big one coming off of Super Bowl Sunday just this past weekend. I am numb to the actual game. Very numb. It's just when you lose like that, or honestly, it was just very uneventful.
Yeah, it was a tough game to watch.
That I'm kind of just like, I don't know. I kind of forgot it happened. But what everybody is talking about, obviously, is the halftime show, and we're just gonna dive right in. And I'm just kind of, I do want to take a moment to not only express our thoughts, but also just kind of break down just some of the Easter eggs and some of the details that were in the show. I think it's, people just seem so divided and really trying to understand what the show meant and what it was. And I think that could potentially skew your interpretation of it. And I did speak to Cammie before the recording that he to allow me to do this. So I am going to go on a little bit of a rant here. But we are checking the comments, keeping our eyes on the comments. So please, we would love to hear your thoughts. But I just wanted to, again, kind of go in and, like I said, put my thoughts into it. Saw a lot of comments, a lot of clown behavior online afterwards, and really got to see some, an array of colors from people. And those colors kind of consisted of, one, diving in, not seeing the bigger picture. The show wasn't in English. And so I think about it, and I'm like, when Coldplay goes to South America, do they change their songs to Spanish? When David Guetta does a headlining set in Tokyo, do all of his songs change to Japanese? Absolutely fucking not. So I don't know why you could possibly expect that Bad Bunny would do his songs in English. It's just fucking stupid. And to be honest, a lot of those songs don't translate well into English. It doesn't sound right in English. So that was, fucking stupid from the beginning. He's one of the biggest artists in the world, and the most requested artist at bars and clubs by patrons. Multi-time most streamed artist of the year, and most recently, album of the year winner at the Grammys. If you don't know his music, it's your fault. Being closed-minded. I'm sorry, but a good show is a good show. I saw someone on Facebook say that objectively that the production of the show was bad. I actually think this was the best staging, some of the best set design of a live performance ever. Very reflective of like a Broadway musical in 15 minutes. He gave us the exploitive sugar canes with Puerto Rican laborers, various vignettes of hyper Latino experiences, from old men playing dominoes, young women getting their nails done, famed boxers, the Coco Frio stand, the Piragua stand, the Vias Tacos, which, mind you, are actual businesses that he flew in from LA, from Puerto Rico, letting them, putting them on. Taking us to La Casita, the main stage of his tour and home of the most recent album, where there are so many different colors and ethnicities partying. The biggest thing about this show was that it was a big fucking party, and how you can hate on a big fucking party is crazy to me. I saw so many comments of people being like, "Oh, the twerking was inappropriate. I had to change the channel because my kids couldn't see all the fucking twerking and shit." And it's just like, bro, just say you don't get bitches. And keep it moving, bro. Like, just say you never been around some hot shorties. This is party culture. This is club culture. This is Latin culture. I know you're not used to it, but over on this side, we be dancing for real. You know what I'm saying? The celebrities were there. You know who they were. And then there was the first guest appearance, who we talked about online on the show, about who could possibly be the guest appearance for the show. And at first, it was not on my radar at all. Lady Gaga, but once you kind of paid attention and thought about it, it did make sense in terms of their relationship and kind of the things that they stand for. But wow, the salsa cover of Die With A Smile was gorgeous. She was hitting the salsa moves too. I was actually pretty impressed. The baby blue dress, many said it was reflective of the shade of blue in the original Puerto Rican flag, which I'll get to later. And this scene ultimately was a big Latin wedding. The energy, the dancing, the vibes, the details. As a Latino, I understood everything. I just felt very seen. The kids sleeping on the chairs, the cake, the partner dancing. It was great. And also that was a real wedding. People actually got married That couple was actually them getting married. So it's like, again, how can you be mad at these things? Then another set change, the block party, El Barrio, big Bronx energy, the fashion, the hair, the jewelry, the vibes, and a cameo from Toñita, who I heavily suggest you look up and research. I would, but this monologue is already way too long. Then it cuts to the next scene. Mind you, this is all on a football stadium. Let me remind you, people were saying this production was bad. We have a next scene. It cuts to 2 white chairs, reflective of the Tirar Más Fotos album of the year, mind you, album cover, and it pans to a man. And a lot of people were confused about who this man was. Basically, if you're considered an unk or anything like that, you knew immediately it was Ricky Martin. But for the uninitiated, they were very, very confused. Now, Ricky Martin, why was he picked? Why not Daddy Yankee? Why not any of the newer Raul Alejandro, anything like that? Ricky Martin is the reason Latin pop is a thing now. Ricky Martin is a Puerto Rican singer who has been active since he was a kid, as he was a part of Latin boy band Menudo. And he branched off to do his own solo career. He was Justin Timberlake before Justin Timberlake. You see what I'm saying? Became very successful in Latin America. And but then the question was, how does he break into the American or English-speaking market? He eventually started making music in both Spanish and English. And that's how he got in. 1998, The Cup of Life comes out. Again, both Banger. Spanish version and English version. It becomes the FIFA World Cup 1998 song, official song. Boom. Global sensation, global star. From that, in 1999, he released a self-titled album off of that. Performs at the Grammys, not the Latin Grammys, the Grammys, wins Grammys, and from then on, fully, he is credited as starting the whole Latin explosion where you get Shakira, Enrique Iglesias, Mark Anthony, and such. So he was the first one. That album, the self-titled, went #1. He was the first male Latin artist to go #1. But the key thing is he had to kind of change himself. He had to compromise. You know what I'm saying? Now Bad Bunny is the global superstar that he is from Puerto Rico, Spanish speaking, and not having to compromise his music, not having to compromise the lyrics, keeping it Spanish. So I think that was just a big shout out to the OG, the guy that he walked so he could run. That was an amazing moment. So I just want to make sure that was understood. Why Ricky Martin? That is fucking why. Next, we have the power lines. People were very confused by this, but again, understanding global context, getting out of your bubble. Bad Bunny stands in front of the power lines holding the original Puerto Rican flag with the baby blue triangle. I mentioned this earlier. This flag was illegal at one point. The flag was changed to the navy blue that we know now to match the blue of the United States, as Puerto Rico is a United States territory. So originally, before that happened, they had that baby blue. So he was holding that original Puerto Rican flag. Very, very powerful. And the reason why there are power lines is Puerto Rico actually suffers from huge electrical power outages on the regular. So I thought that was an interesting moment of not only displaying the beauty of Puerto Rico, but also kind of the ugly and the struggles that Puerto Rico faces as well. Finally, I'm almost done. They had all the Latin American flags and all the shout outs by Bad Bunny that a lot of people were kind of like on the fence of like why he did that and what that represented. If this is an American show, why he's shouting out all these other countries. But again, to me, a unifying moment, representation, celebration, and then the only thing stronger than hate is love, in big letters. Again, to me, I'm like, how can you hate this? Everything about this was positive. It was very unifying, was very representative, was a big party. I loved it. I think musically, Cammy's going to talk about the technical musicality of it. Wasn't too impressive, but at the end of the day, I don't see why people had such a big problem with this. And if the real issue is, it was not in English, it was all in Spanish. I want someone, if you want to call into the show right now, we're live. If you want to call in, and if you can recite all the lyrics to Gasolina, Danzaku Ludo, or Suavemente, I want you to prove that it is the language barrier, or that it's not the language barrier, rather. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that when those songs play, y'all are going ham, y'all are partying, y'all are loving it, y'all are requesting it. But then if there's a whole show of it on a grand scale, on an American scale, then there's a huge issue. To me, that makes no sense. So I just wanted to shine light onto kind of the representational parts of the show, the Easter eggs, and hopefully clear some air for people that might have been confused of what was going on. Cammy's going to take it away as we kind of break down the set list and the music part of it.
Dude, what a opening monologue for Snax. W's in the chat. Hey, Hey,
Hey,
W's
man.
in the chat. What a breakdown.
Give me snacks, baby.
What a breakdown.
I'm sweating.
Love that.
I am sweating.
But yeah, Snax alluded to, we'll dive in a little bit deeper here with the actual set list, you know, some of the representation, the song choices. So he opened up the set with Titi Me Pregunto, which I didn't see coming, to be honest,
I didn't
bro.
think he was going to open with that, and I actually didn't like that choice. That opening guitar is really iconic, but
Right.
I think it's such a it's just too, like, it obviously has that crescendo, but
It
I was
does,
like,
yeah,
you
but-
could come in fucking, so I didn't love that part, actually.
Right.
I will say musically, there's nothing that he did that was that impressive. Like the hard, like even Titi Me, like he didn't even do that part. You know,
Right.
showing off his vocals. He was mostly rapping.
Yep.
So musically, I don't think this show was necessarily that impressive.
Yep. No, that's totally fair. From there, he went into Yo Perero Sola, and then from there, he went to Zafaera. Quick snippets of both of those. And then he went to Voy a Ivarate Papiar.
Yeah, you do it. Voy a llevarte a PR. Yeah.
I'm Italian, bro. I
Yeah,
tried.
no, you're doing great.
I
You're doing great.
I tried.
So this was the reggaeton perreo part that we
Big
mentioned. That
perreo
it was
party.
It was just a medley of like it was
Boom,
15
boom, boom.
seconds each song.
Sick.
Best parts. It was fucking fire. And again, the dancing. This part I was, it was super club vibes. But again, I guess if you're not, it's to the uninitiated, that is like satanic or something. You know?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you have
It's
no
like,
idea what the
you
hell
don't
is
know
going on.
You're like, yo, what the fuck is this?
And again, if you're not really familiar with the catalog, you're probably like, this all sounds like one song to me. But the fact that it was like, boom, 1, 2, 3, one right after the other.
Yeah.
For us that like know his music, and again, I'm not a Spanish speaker, obviously, if you couldn't tell, butchering the titles. But yeah, bro. I mean, I'm like, all this is a vibe. This is fucking sick. So I was a big fan of it. But that song, right, translates, I'm gonna take you to Puerto Rico, essentially.
Yeah. Which is why I had it marked as potentially the first song. Because like, let's go to Puerto Rico. You know
But
what
was sick. So that was a transitional point in one of the sets that you talked about, and it cut to a breakdown. And it was a breakdown of all like very like highly renowned Puerto Rican songs. Pa que te rosen, Dale Don Dale, Noche de Travesura, and Gasolina.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that part was sick. It was just like quick snippets.
Yeah.
And then it cut over into AO, which is a massive banger off his last album.
Yeah. Shout out Sot in the comments for mentioning the that like quick nod to the legends. Because again, everyone was like, which of the legends, if not all of them, is he gonna bring out? Like there were so many.
He could have chosen.
There were so many different ways he could have gone about this performance. And I remember, so Cammie and I actually were together for this.
Yeah, we were.
We watched it at his crib, and shout out BB who was there as well. There were other like Latinos that were there, and there were times where we would look at each other. So when I first heard because I think Don Omar was the first voice of the nods. I think
It might have been, yeah.
And I remember being like, oh shit,
He's coming out.
He's coming out. Like I was like, oh shit. But then it was the quick, and I was like, okay, I see what he's doing.
Yep.
Okay, cool, respect it. But again, fitting all this in 15 minutes, how do you do it? You know what I mean? So
Right.
I thought that made sense.
100%. Yeah, it was a quick like if you know type nod, which was awesome.
Right.
After AO, he went to Monaco, and then from there it would cut to the wedding scene.
Yeah. Oh my
which
God.
was unbelievable.
And I will
dude.
say, as a translator here, part of that talk, because he was talking, it was like he had like the camera that was like, I don't know, strapped to him or following him or whatever, and he was talking right to the camera, and he was saying his own kind of dialogue, but also parts of the actual song, and the part of Monaco that he says that transitions into Lady Gaga's part is in Spanish. He said, "This is what you all wanted." You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of that nudge of being like, all y'all wanted this shit in English. All y'all are mad that it's not a white person, whatever. So that was the perfect transition to be like, okay, this is what y'all wanted. And then it goes into opens with Lady Gaga, and it's like, okay, cool. So I thought that was a really dope transitional part.
Die with a Smile salsa version is gonna
Oh
go.
my
That's
God.
gonna go platinum. That's gonna go platinum.
They need to drop
in the clubs.
it. They need to drop it.
They definitely will.
I've been obviously watching. I watched the show back 15 times today make these notes for today, and listening to that version. There's something about salsa music that's just so bright, vibrant. The brass, it's just so good. And that song, and seeing her, and you could tell she was so into it because of her hand gestures. She was just very, very into it, and it got me emotional every time I watched that 15 times today. Every time I watched it, I got emotional. Very beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, that was awesome moment. And again, like you already mentioned, the whole wedding scene, like kids sleeping on the chairs, and then and then it cut to another one of the salsa records by Inolvidable.
By Inolvidable. I struggle with that one too. Don't worry.
That's okay. Perfect. It's tough. And then he fell off the stage into the crowd back. Nueva York. Yeah. And then it cut over to Ricky Martin, who was again, as Snax talked about, ode to like the album cover. Ricky Martin does a quick song, and then from there.
And actually, sorry again, translator here. That part that Ricky was singing was basically talking about the pride of Puerto Rico, but the gentrification of Puerto Rico and the government ties. And there's a line that says we don't want to be done basically how Hawaii was done in terms of like Hawaii has all this native culture and obviously a lot of the natives are still there via family and family tree, but they're getting pushed out. A lot of gentrification in Hawaii, and people are just seeing it as this tropical place to go to and whatever, but then that culture gets buried. And so basically that's what he was singing, was just like, talking about the flag, talking about our people, talking about our island. We don't want to end up like Hawaii is what the lyrics literally said. So that was super powerful.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. And then ending with a bang, obviously, we got El Apagón when he was climbing up.
Woo!
Dude, as soon as we heard, I was like, yep, this is it.
Yeah.
Bro, this
DJs.
Yeah, you got to tap in. Get Snax on Patreon because I already know this is coming. The Café con Ron mashup with El Apagón.
Yeah.
That's gonna feed families.
But
that one was
and I remember
so
and I look
fire.
and I look at Cam, I go, how have I never done this?
Right.
Because I made the mashup today, dropping on Patreon probably this week. They're in the same key.
Yep.
Both up-tempo records by Bad Bunny. Like,
yep.
I was like, how has no one done this yet? And it was so dope and I was thinking about it because El Apagón, the lyrics are very dirty. Super dirty, but it's such a great club record. It's a song that I was like, he has to do it. Yeah. He has to do it. So then it made sense that he was like, okay, we got to scrap these lyrics. Okay, let's do a mashup to another song. It made sense. It was so fire, right? It was so fire.
Awesome. And then it ended with DTMF, which is what we predicted would end, how it would end. But some other notable cameos that we had like, of course, we had Pedro Pascal, Cardi B out there, Alex Earl, who I didn't know who was a person until like 2 weeks ago. Karol G, Young Miko, Jessica Alba. We even had Ronald Acuna Jr. out there, which was awesome, and the two boxers that you mentioned from the PR, which was very cool. I thought that was a cool touch because, again, people were like, oh, people were hammering Cardi with questions like, oh, you're going to perform, and, she was just like brushing off. So it was cool to actually see her out there.
Yeah, a lot of comments were saying that they were like, why didn't Cardi perform if she was right there? The song that they have, was it I Like It or I Like It Like That, or whatever it's called, was already done in the Super Bowl.
And he performed it,
Yeah, and they performed it together then. So to me, I'm like, that would be a waste.
Why do it again?
Like, why do it again? You've seen it at the Super Bowl already. So to me, I was like, I don't think there's a reason to do it. But a lot of people were excited for Cardi.
Yeah.
Again, he could have gone so many ways, and throughout that entire weekend, even that day, right? We were like, everyone's like, what's the song he's starting with? What's like? So it's just there's just so many options, and I can't imagine like how it ended up breaking down the order, the set list. I couldn't have guessed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We obviously hit most of them in our predictions, which was cool.
Yeah.
There's definitely some surprise ones in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the set list. We're used to seeing the Super Bowl performed in a certain way. So the fact that like the staging, the transitions, like all the little details, fit very well with that performance.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're thinking more textbook and in between the lines. The only other moment that I didn't mention, which I thought was really cool, was the clip of him handing his younger self the Grammy.
So sick.
That was fucking awesome.
So sick.
That was sick. I was watching TV.
Yeah. And again, it's just these moments that we were talking even just off air of like, a lot of people had a commentary of like how it looked if you were there live. Because with this amazing staging, it was specific to looking at a camera for it to be consumed at home. But I thought that if you have a chance to, be put in front of millions of people, in this case, 130 mil plus, how do you tell your story?
Right.
So obviously he took the opportunity to tell the story of Puerto Rico, both good and bad, right? But also being like, putting that moment of like, I dreamt of this as a kid. you know, I dreamt of the Grammy and having his speech on the screen. I was like, bro, this is so hard. I was like, this is so sick. And like, it's one of those things where like, I would do that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why
not?
Like if you could be like, hey, I dreamt of this and now I'm here. Like, again, how are you mad at this performance? You know, like it's just a dude who's achieving his dream, putting on for his culture, putting on for his homeland, and like celebrating it. Like to me, that was my takeaway of it. I'm not even Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? But I can still be like, yo, this is fucking fire. A lot of ass, you know what I'm saying? I was like, there's a lot of vibes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how can you be mad at it?
Yeah, and of course, we love the performance. I think my two biggest critiques of it was one that you kind of alluded to here. You know, if you were there in person, it was, I would assume it was very difficult to see all those details until you went back and watch it later.
Yeah.
But again, what we were talking about is the fact that these Super Bowl halftime performances are now being catered more towards the viewer at home.
And when do you think that started?
I personally think it probably started, with the weekend, and that was the COVID year, I believe, too, which was like they didn't have as many people in the stadium.
Right. So that's right.
I think that was the point where it flipped because he was running through like the mirror room and like all the stuff, multiple staging, maybe an outfit change if I remember correctly. So I think that's when it turned, and I think that was a point where, you know, again, right, like it's one thing to have this amazing experience in person, but one that's great and everything. Like most people there to watch the game,
right?
But also, the majority of people are watching from home.
Right.
And, you know, from a marketing standpoint, it makes more sense to like have something that has replay value that like is an experience with a bunch of Easter eggs. Cause like you watch it 15 times today. Why? You're like, oh, maybe I missed something. I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
And I watched the Turning Point one half a time. So if we're adding up the numbers,
that's fair.
If we're adding up the numbers, no, that's a good point. And if we look backwards, right, like the Kendrick performance last year, again, was very much more catered to the viewer at home.
Correct.
Because it was just all these shifting, whatever, and it was like this point at this point, and then, you know, you zoom out and it's that thing, you know what I'm saying? And then the Dr. Dre year where it was, again, different scenes and different for the different artists that he had. He had fucking 15 artists on there. Yep. Rihanna was on the fucking flying whatever. Like, I'm sure live that would have been like, I can't say where the fuck is she, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I think that's just the direction of the Super Bowl, where the Super Bowl is going now. And it makes sense, right? Because there's 100,000, no, not even, however many thousand people are there at the Super Bowl versus 130 million people. Yeah. You know, so you're going to cater to the 130 million.
I mean,
you know,
makes sense to me. And then the only other critique that I had, which I said after the show, I feel the highs were great, but I feel like the highs weren't as high as they could have been. And I think part of that is you have 15 minutes. Yeah. And he had so many records that he wanted to get to. Yes. So it's not like he could let those big records build up and create like one massive moment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. And I think Bad Bunny, just the style of artist that he is, he has a very unique voice. I think the biggest thing he has going for him is the uniqueness of his voice. For sure. But he isn't the guy I want singing the Star Spangled Banner, right? Like this is what I've said this before. There's some superstar talents, but they're not necessarily the best singers. So I think like for someone like him, I think, you know, going back to the Katy Perry year or the Beyonce year where they're fucking singing, you know what I'm saying, performing that way. Again, musically, I don't think this was the best performance by any means.
No, for sure.
But again, spectacle-wise, whatever was a uniqueness, there was obviously, being all in Spanish, this is the most unique show the Super Bowl has probably ever had. But I think it does open up the door in terms of just like what's possible. I saw someone, someone was talking about, like, who's to say there's not a K-pop year, like a Blackpink year? You know what I'm saying?
At this stage, yeah.
Because if they're trying to go global, you know what I mean? Like they're shutting it down over there, and I think like that's not fully out of the grasp of possibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But obviously, can we show some love to Jessica Alba one time real quick? Jessica Alba still looks incredible.
Who said that in the chat?
Cam Powers.
Yeah, Cam Powers. Yeah, that's my celeb crush. So yeah, I was very happy.
But also coming off of the second the halftime show was over, Chris Brown had some mouth. He had something to say. I think it was like, tell the Super Bowl to call me. They need me or whatever the fuck.
Looks like they need me next year.
Yeah. Not. I don't think it's necessarily to say that he thought it was bad. You know, maybe he did, but I know Chris Brown is probably top 10, if not top 5 options of people who have never done it. Chat, I would love to know what y'all think of who should do it. If Blackpink should be in there. I know a lot of people want Taylor Swift in there, but Taylor Swift has a lot of things against doing the halftime show. Chris Brown would be amazing. I think Pitbull would be amazing.
Pitbull would be awesome.
I think Pitbull would be a fucking party. And what's funny is
Flow Rider would be sick too.
I think Pitbull would be like all the aunties that are over at Turning Point would be like, oh my God, I love Pitbull. I think it would be very funny.
The reception would be way different.
But T-Pain, yes, EJT. Y'all know I'm a huge T-Pain fan. That dude got hits for days.
Yep.
Love T-Pain.
Am I on?
Oh, you're on.
Imagine T-Pain with a choir and an orchestra backing him up.
Yeah,
Forget
dude.
it.
Just 15
Ending
minutes
the set
of bangers.
with All I Do Is Win.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Greg on the ride here, and he said the same thing. Like the orchestra and all that, like background vocals. Yeah, 100%, dude. That would be crazy. And he's got massive records. He's got stadium records too.
Yeah. Lil Chris saying JB, we can't because he's not American. Guys, come on now.
And he doesn't own pants or shirts.
Come on, guys. Can't have JB.
Poor
JB
JB
would be cool. Kanye would be amazing, but that's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen. Drake's never going to do it.
Drake's never going to do it. I don't think Wayne would be good, to be honest. I don't think he's a great performer.
I'm trying to think who else would be a really good one. I posted this. I said this to Greg. I could see them going in a little bit of a different direction. I think next year is either going to be a legacy artist or, again, they might change the genre again. I could see someone like a Post Malone doing it, or
people like Post Malone,
or like maybe Morgan Wallen in a few years, maybe.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen, I'm sure it would be in like 5 years.
Yeah,
if he keeps
the trajectory up,
coming out with bangers.
But yeah, I think Post Malone wouldn't be a bad shout. I think again, like he has his eras, so to speak, and I mean, from what I see online, he's got great public reception.
Yeah.
So people
love Post Malone.
Yeah.
They got Dua Lipa in the chat. Dua Lipa would be amazing.
Facts. That would be awesome. Seen her twice.
Love Dua Lipa.
I'd see her again.
I love Dua Lipa. That would be great.
She's got like great high energy records.
Yeah,
It would be
all
a party.
up tempo. Yeah, and I think like the disco vibe and everything. And I think she's like not family friendly, but I mean it's pop. She's very pop. She's very pop.
Yeah.
I think that would work. I would be glued to the TV if Dua was up there. Cam Power is horny in the chat. I love it. And then Envision on the YouTube comment says Neo and Akon going on tour right now.
Maybe
if they follow up with Neo Akon. I don't know. That's too sexy, man. Well, I guess Usher did it.
Neo would be fucking sick.
Neo, but I think it would have to be Neo.
Friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the show. I think it would have to be Neo and Akon though. Like I think only Neo is too horny. But
yeah, he would bring out. I think it might just be him, but he would definitely bring out other artists.
And Dylan says we need an Afro or Caribbean. I don't know, man. If they can't handle Latin, I don't know. If, like what we get Vibes Cartel up there, bro. Absolutely not.
The world
Sean
boss.
Paul.
Oh, Sean Paul.
Sean Paul.
Yo,
we
maybe.
Be burning a concern. Dude, Sean Paul would be. Yo, if they did like, how would they even market it? Like the Pitbull, Florida, Sean Paul, Kesha, shout out Sot. Like, what do you even market? Just millennial fucking Snax' iPod? Like, what do you market that as?
Cammie V's workout playlist? I don't know.
Yeah, dude, that would be fucking sick. Nickelback would be cool. I like Nickelback. Creed.
I think they closed the door on that.
Did they? Yeah, they don't.
Because with Apple Music, they just completely changed gears, dude. And if you guys haven't seen it, I've said this on the podcast before. Go watch Creed's halftime show at Thanksgiving for the Cowboys. It is fucking hilarious.
Oh man, but we appreciate you guys listening to this breakdown of the Super Bowl halftime show. We love to know your thoughts, more thoughts. But Cammie, let us know what happened after the game.
God, as if taking a loss on the field wasn't bad enough. Imagine losing your girl. That's crazy, man. Stephon Diggs, allegedly at halftime, got broken up with by Cardi B.
Coming out of La Casita and being like, yo.
I heard she left. She didn't even stay for the rest of the game.
You get those Caribbean vibes, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Let me break up on my man.
Yeah, I'm out of here. and again, this is all speculation right now. No confirmation, no official report. But what it seems like, it looked like Stefon Diggs invited his other baby mama with his other newborn child, and she was sitting field side, and Cardi B caught wind of that and was not a fan. Snax, what do you think?
It's tough because, like, newborn, like...
His kid?
Like, you're not going to have the kid there just because your other... You know what I mean? I just had my... What is it? I just had my ex-girl standing with my... No, wait, what is it? What's the Drake line? I just had my ex-girl standing with my next girl standing with the girl that I'm fucking right now. Type shit. Come on, Stefon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's tough, man. Super nasty. Cardi B's embarrassing. Hey, I know we love Cardi. Embarrassing, very, very embarrassing.
Yeah,
It's getting very nasty for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really don't like it. But Pats, man, yeah,
the Pats. Yeah, we got some issues.
What do I do? Chris says, what do I do in this situation? Well, I'm not a baby mama guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have kids. You know what I mean? Not yet, or I don't know what's going on, but that's a very different level of thing. Because when you get the kids involved, it's like, yo, I got the kid. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Throw the kid in the snow? No,
yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
Open up the door. You free now?
Yeah, for real. Fuck. All right, take it away, Cammie V. What's the deal with parties these days? What do we got going on?
Dude, there's been this crazy trend going on right now with parties, and it's super nostalgic feeling. I don't know if you guys have seen it online. There's been thousands of 2010s parties, specifically 2016 themed parties happening all across the country. And my question is to everyone in the chat, everyone listening, why? What is everyone, so obsessive over the 2016s for? And again, I have my answers for it. I know the reason why, but I'm curious as to why do you think this is right now happening? That the younger kids are being so nostalgic of something that's only 10 years ago.
It was the greatest year of all time, I will say.
Objectively.
Just objectively. But if we talk, so I did one of those parties, and we did it up Designer. It was fire. Shout out my dope team. And the thing is it was a fucking movie. It was sick. It was a really, really good time. But I remember I was going through 2015, 2016, and 2017 bangers because you kind of mesh them up all together. 100%. And I was like, wow, this is such a great era in music. And from sing-alongs to like some of the best rap and trap songs of all time.
Big or Medium.
And it was just such a really, really good time. But and songs that still stand the test of time.
Of course.
You know, like I think it's like I played I Spy by Kyle.
Oh my god!
And that shit rang off so hard, and I was like, I might have to add this back into the
regular rotation.
Into the regular rotation. And I think there's so much up. I think the biggest thing is like the Rihanna's album and Views. I think those like heavy hitter, huge artists that are still relevant today. I don't know how Rihanna's still relevant. I mean, I do know, but you know what I mean.
Life of Pablo.
Like just these like anchor albums.
DS2.
That you can really just hold on to. I think really is what's doing it. And there's not a lot of years that you can kind of say that for.
Right.
In terms of just like, oh shit, like they have these albums, these decade and year defining albums.
Yeah. I think it's all I think majority is obviously it was a different time, social media obviously wasn't new, but like it wasn't what it is today.
This is the key thing is we had, and I went on a rant like this online before, that the thing about that time is we had the same resources, but they weren't as developed yet. Right. So like we had Snapchat, we had Instagram, we had Facebook, but they weren't used in the same way that they are now.
Right now. Yep.
The influencer at that time was not what it is now.
No, definitely not.
And like Snapchat, for instance, like Snapchat at that time was like, okay, this is what I'm doing now. And I'm popping now. And the more times that you can post that you're popping right now, the more popping you just were as a person.
Or it's like you're at home and then you're looking at Snapchat, like, oh shit, they're here tonight. Bro, I gotta pull up.
Yeah. And so a lot of people, like, I mean, they were doing it for the snap, doing it for the gram. Like doing it for the gram was a whole phenomenon in itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people were just more likely to just do shit for social media because these resources, we had them, but they were new at the time. Now these resources like social media and stuff, like they we're like, okay, now we're trying to be as cool as possible. Similar resources, but not, right? Seltzers were new, right?
Oh yeah.
So White Claw was like new. I think White Claw like came out in like 2014 or 15 or something. Someone could fact check me, but it was brand new. So it wasn't like mainstream, like widely drank or whatever. So like I remember at that time, like women, when they were trying to like have a classy night, it was Malibu. Yep. It was like the Kinkies. It was shit that was still hard liquor. So the shorties were still getting all bubbled up and drunk. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I don't want to drink too much. I want to drink a seltzer, and I'm gonna go home. Shut up, dude. Back then, if you went out, you went out.
Yeah.
Like if you did it, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember an easy night for me was probably like what was I doing? I was still doing like a Crown Apple and like apple juice, bro. was like a calm night for me, bro.
Oh God.
But that was just the times, you know.
Dude,
what I'm saying?
I remember when I was DJing at the college bars, it would be vodka Red Bull pitchers and cherry bombs.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dev.
Yeah. And then another thing is ride sharing
Dude.
was in its infancy.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying? So like I remember I would go out 2015, 2016. So I'm like 22, 23 at this time. I didn't know how I was getting home. Had no idea.
Nope.
I'd go out and be like, hey, I don't know. I might end up at this couch, this bed, this I might go home. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And there was something exciting about that. There was something liberating about that.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. And yeah, dude, we used to call cabs. We used to have yellow cab in Springfield. I'm pretty sure when I graduated, Uber wasn't even a thing. We didn't Uber.
Yeah. And at the time there was multiple rideshare apps that some of them didn't make it out because they got monopolized and whatnot, but they were like giving crazy deals. I remember Uber Pools. Do you remember Uber Pools?
Yeah,
everybody in the chat. Uber Pools.
I got a funny.
If you don't know what Uber Pool is, basically what it was like.
Wait, they don't have that anymore?
I don't think so. Do you know what Mason? Do you know what an Uber Pool is? Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
It makes sense because it's pretty dangerous.
Dude, this is crazy this was a thing.
So what an Uber Pool is basically like it was an option on Uber. So like you had like Black Car, XL. Uber X, and then there was and then there was Uber Pool,
right?
And basically, like Uber Pool was the cheapest option because you would get pooled in with other people, with other riders that were like generally going in the same direction.
It was like Uber Eats except with people. Like how the Uber Eats guys picks up like multiple orders and then like takes them to each house. It was Uber Eats except with people.
Yo, Brecco goes, hey, want to take a risk and drive with the weirdest fucker ever? Like that's basically what it was. And then the thing is like I was partying and I was DJing and I was like going to places and shit. And so like I was calling Uber Pools at 3 a.m, dude. And like at the time I was still living at home, so I was like taking Uber Pool to the hood. So I'm like taking Uber Pool. I'm like in the middle of the downtown. So like I might go to Back Bay and then the North End and then to the hood, or all of us are going to the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll just be in a car and you're just with like a dude who's passed out. And then like a couple who's fighting, and you're kind of just there.
Yeah. And
it was just fucking like the story. Like I remember I was in a Uber Pool with 2 girls that were like super hot, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna try and talk to them or whatever. And I was like, hey, like what's up, like, and they're like, oh my God, we're like just partying, whatever. And I was like, oh awesome. I'm like, oh, are you guys like from around here? And they're like, well, we like used to go to U Miami. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What happened? They're like, we got kicked out. And I'm like, oh, for what? For partying too much. And I'm like, I like you guys.
Yeah. Hence why they're in an Uber Pool.
Yeah.
That explain being in an Uber Pool. Tell me about your story. Tells me everything I need to know about you.
Yeah. So it's just like stories like that, dude. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, they were just like, it was just a different time, dude. And so you were just there and Uber pooling and fucking not knowing where you're gonna be at and shit. It was just a different time, dude.
Yeah, I had an opposite story. I took an Uber Pool one time. It was like right after college. I think I went out with my cousin or something like that. And I knew I was just like banged up. I was like, dude, I just got to get home. And I just like Irish goodbye. And I was so hammered, I accidentally ordered an Uber Pool. And I didn't know what it was.
Fire.
Dude, I fell asleep in the Uber Pool. I was like the guy next to the driver, just like dead asleep for the entire ride. He could have made 50 rides. I don't know what time I got home. And the guy would probably finished up his shift and was like, all right, buddy, you're going to get the fuck out of this car.
Fuck out. Yeah, so I think that's the thing about that time. Is that like, again, we had the resources, they just weren't developed yet.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? So we were still kind of in this old school, like kind of making the transition. Like I remember I remember girls were like, we don't want to do ride sharing yet. It's unsafe. We don't know these. It just wasn't normal yet. And then the music was fucking better, and like people were still drinking like crazy.
People are
and, like,
dancing, people are drinking, and the music I think is the biggest thing. I think what's crazy is like, again, these aren't old records. Like 10 years is not that long of a time, if we're being honest. The fact that most of these songs anyway still have a place in our sets today, still get the best reactions in our sets today.
Right.
And the fact people are like, hey, let's start and create a night right now that is specifically catered to that music tells me all I need to know about the music.
Yeah. Yeah. I think moral of the story is like we need to loosen up. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go, like, I know these days, like I'll go out or I'll be out and then like, you know, there's a group of people or whatever. And I'm like, yo, let's do a round of shots. And they're like, shots? I'm just going to have a seltzer. And I'm like, I thought that's how we partied. Like now I look like the fucking weirdo and I'm like, okay, fine,
all right, sorry, man.
You know
sorry.
what I mean?
Just trying to have a good time.
Just trying to have a fucking good time. My bad, bro. Jesus. But man, what a time.
What a time to be alive.
What a fucking time to be alive. Lastly, I think, what, Valentine's Day is this weekend?
Yes.
EJ, you got a Valentine?
No.
Will you?
Hesitation.
Will you be mine?
Listen, guys, we got the chat blowing up right now. It's full of dudes. I know a couple ladies in there. I think it's only right, and we did not plan this. Quick draft. Best love songs of all time. Any genre?
Bro, all right, I like that. Let's
just do it.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's just do it. Again, I did not really prepare for this. We want to do any genre or R&B. What are we doing? We did R&B with Real P.
And any genre. Any genre.
So let's do.
All right, what do we? Who we got in the chat right now?
Chat. We're gonna need help because we did not plan this, so we didn't do any research or anything. EJ, can you flip a coin or something to let us know who's going first?
Flip a bottle cap so I can go first again. All right.
Heads, tails, Cammie pick.
Heads is hollow.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take heads.
Snax goes first.
All right, I go first. No problem. All right, for my first pick, I will do. Okay, for the first pick of the Valentine's Day edition, best love songs of all time. Let me turn up the music so we can do this in post. For the first pick of the best love songs of all time, Valentine's Day edition, Snax will pick. Oh, I don't know if I like this pick. I'm gonna do "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley.
It's a good pick.
Is it? Now I'm nervous. I get nervous at these things. Now that we're live, I get really nervous.
It's a good pick. I mean, yeah.
Guys, what?
It's a good pick.
I love that. That might be one classic. That might be one of my wedding songs.
Yeah. No. That's a classic. All right. Do I want to get ahead? Do I want to get ahead and get probably the top R&B option, or do I want to try to match the energy here? I'll go back and match the energy. Give me "Love" by Keisha Cole.
See. This is what I didn't want to do. You know what I mean? Like yes. But to be honest, I think I'm better than that. You know what I mean? No hate, no shade.
We'll see.
I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? If it was left at 5, I would have taken it.
Yeah, of course. But no, I want to get ahead and grab it now.
But I hear you. I got grandma on my side. Okay. I'm gonna do again. I'm gonna keep it personal. You know, the chat might not fuck with me. But this is one of the contenders of first dance songs for my wedding.
Ooh.
Whenever that happens. If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys.
Oh, damn, dude. Yes.
If I
that's definitely
Ain't Got You, baby.
Yeah, that's a great one.
If I Ain't Got You, baby. Some people want the rings. All right.
That's classic.
If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys. Second pick.
Good pick. All right. I'll flip-flop. I'm going to go Timeless One, which has been an absolute wedding staple. I mean, this one... DJ's probably got carpal tunnel from playing this one at weddings. We're gonna go with "At Last" by Etta James.
I do not have the pipes today.
No,
because I was singing too much. Titi me preguntó over the weekend.
Cha novia.
Oh damn! Do I go wedding then? Are you baiting me?
I could be.
Are you baiting me? Do I do a...
I'm master.
Do I do a L? O? No, that's not gonna.
I mean, you could.
That's not gonna me. Or we can do a this will be. No, let me get out of wedding. Let me I'm trying to mix it up here. We gotta have Whitney. And That's my pick.
That's a great
I
one.
Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. For my third pick.
I love it. Oh my God.
I Love It by Lil Pump.
What?
That's your third pick?
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
That counts.
I think so. It's love has different
Yeah,
shapes and sizes.
It depends how you interpret love.
Different strokes for different folks for sure. What's the chat saying right now?
Nothing. I think they're stumped. I think somebody by your side shot A. Best love song by T-Pain is technical. That's off a technicality.
Yeah. All right.
Envision saying love song.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna go old. I'm gonna go old again. One of the best artists of all time, Mr. Stevie Wonder. Give me My Sherry Amore. I fucking love that song. Sherry Amore.
I love this. My favorite part of this game is that it's required that we sing the part that we know.
Facts.
Ooh, Unchained Melody. Ooh, I love that song. It's very subjective. Brecco says. Unchained Melody is. I love that song, but that's what Righteous Brothers. No, it's not Righteous Brothers. Is that Righteous Brothers?
Yes.
So that's the thing. So the thing is, I already have an Elvis song, and I know Elvis really made that song famous.
Yep.
So I feel like I don't need that song right now. So I have my Elvis song. I got my R&B. I got my neo soul R&B. I got my, I Will Always Love You is what? I mean, it's not pop, but it's like, it's up there.
Yep. Soul.
I need like a hood anthem. I need like a hood love song. I need like a love song. Future is up there. I do love that song.
Homebody, Lil Durk. Rich Sex, Future.
Who's out there for me? Imagine. Yo,
I know there's somebody.
We in Miami
turning up another notch.
Oh, fuck. Let me not. Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
People are putting down the classics. Wait for you, Elliot Yamin. AJ, you're a romantic guy, huh? That's a really good song.
Great.
That's a really good song.
I forget when I saw this. It was a while ago, but I saw a statistic that song was like the #1 song played at weddings, like 10 years running, something like that.
I'm sure at that time. Okay, let me really think about this.
I got a couple. It's going to be tough to see what I got for the last one.
Stand By Me.
Oh, that's a good one. Is that Benny King?
Benny King. I want a hood joint. I do want a hood joint. Is 21 Questions a bad pick? I like 21 Questions, but it's not that romantic, is it?
I know.
It's not that romantic. You think Tip Drill Nelly is a love song? Dilemma?
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. That's a really good one.
I want a hood joint. I want a hood love song. We are doing the top love song draft for Valentine's Day weekend. Fuck. You know what? I'm going to do Love Song Future. I'm just going to do it. It's the song. I love that song. I play that song all the time for those who come out and see me. I'm doing Love Song Future. Fuck it.
All right. I got one. I got it. You actually inspired me with something you said.
Chat say stay Rihanna. I want you to stay.
Yeah, that's actually a great pick.
Best I ever had.
I'm going to go My Boo.
Ooh.
Give me My Boo. Dilemma made me think of that. Give me My Boo.
Ghost Town DJs?
Yeah, Ghost Town. I've been watching you. I think of you.
We got All I Need, Method Man. You're that's a really good one. Cupid 112. What You Know About Love. That's super Gen Z vibes.
All right, what do we got for the 4 right here?
So right now, we have one pick each left, but right now it stands. Snax says, Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley. If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys. Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. Love Song Future. That was definitely my curveball. Cammie, Love by Keisha Cole. At Last, Etta James.
Fire.
My Sherry Amore by Stevie Wonder. My Boo Usher. Yeah, damn. Love song was a bad pick, I think. I gotta end strong. I know what my favorite songs are, but I don't know if those are the right choices. since this last pick, I can talk about it. Fuck. We Belong Together is probably
I have that. That was gonna
my
be
favorite,
my last,
like true love song.
Yeah.
Like We Belong Together is like I can belt that. Like I
Yeah.
love that song.
Yeah, that was gonna be my last pick if you didn't take it, but by all means.
That's good. Yeah, but
I have another one if you did take it too.
Oh man. Okay. I'm thinking Believe by Cher. And I'm thinking My Heart Will Go On by Celine. So
isn't that a breakup song? Like someone dies?
Is it? Yeah. Oh. No, that's also a breakup song. Okay. Lips of an Angel I saw earlier is also a breakup song.
Yeah.
I already have Alicia Keys, so I don't need her. I'm gonna do We Belong Together. You know what? I gotta stick with with this is me. You know what I mean? We Belong Together. Mariah Carey is my last pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I truthfully was gonna take that, so that's a safe bet.
I Love It by Lil Pump is still on the board.
I didn't take that already.
Saving it. All right, for his last pick of the love song draft, Cammie V.
You know, I could go Frankie Valli.
I know. I'm surprised you haven't yet.
It's between Frankie Valli and Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell.
Or Paul Anka. Put your head on my shoulder.
No. It's definitely between Frankie Valli, which I think I really should take, and
that is
as an honorary Italian, I feel obligated to take that.
When I hear that song, I think of you.
Thank you
for more reasons than one.
My fucking guy, I love you. Yeah. Let's go Frankie Valli.
What's the official song title of that?
I mean, it's not. I think I Love You, Baby, but it might be Can't Take My Eyes Off You.
I love you, baby.
I think it might be Can't Take My Eyes Off You officially.
Let me just look it up real quick.
It's honestly like one of my favorite songs of all time, so I have to take it.
It's a fucking heater.
Have to take it.
Frankie Valli, Love You. It's not Who Loves You. Can't Take
My Eyes Off You, I think, is the official name.
Can't Take My Eyes Off You. Yeah. Can't Take My Eyes Off You. Frankie Valli is the final pick. Chat. What do we think? Can't take my eyes off of you.
We had
Let Me Love You, Mario is a good one.
That is a great one. DJ AP, shout out AP, said No Careless Whisper.
That's more like sexy. Like sax. I saw like Let's Get It on Marvin Gaye, I would say more for the sheets. All right, chat, we got to figure this out now. Final Snax. Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley. If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys. We'll Always Love You, Whitney Houston. Love Song, Future. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey. Cammie V, Love, Keisha Cole. At Last, Etta James. My Cherie Amour by Stevie Wonder. My Boo, Usher. And Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, Frankie Valli. Guys, let us know.
Those are two dynamite lists.
Yeah, they're good. It's really just, I think we run the gamut in terms of just like vibes and people who might be into them. Really just, do we get lucky?
Yeah. All right, what we got, chat? Who you like here?
I like my picks. They're true to me. Shout out to the YouTube comments, the IG comments. Chris says Cammie.
Love that.
Might lose this one. I'm due for a loss anyway. The sandwich one was close.
Surprised you didn't pick Safayetta.
No Kid Rock on these?
Put your fists up in the air!
Axis Pro says Snax. JT says Ty.
Oof.
Camp Power says Cammie, but hey, the Italians got to stick together. I get it.
I don't make the rules.
Again, all the Italians are going Cammie. See, that's what I mean. It's like, I bet if I had Atlanta in the chat. DJ Juice, what up? So we gotta do a pick.
Get the picks in. Let's go.
Yeah, Brego, nobody has any Kid Rock on their list. Yeah.
That show looked like it went well.
Yeah, DJ AP saying Frankie Valli tipped over for Cammie was a huge pick at 5. ultimately, we will see what the when we post it, when we clip this. Make sure everybody taps into those comments because that's what's ultimately going to decide. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking in on the lives, the comments. We love when you guys get involved. We love being involved with you, especially leading into this Valentine's Day weekend. Cammie, any last words?
Nah, nailed it, bro. Nailed it.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
All right, peace.